Hey y'all, today I'm going to be making some homemade cinnamon rolls. We're going to start with a half a stick of butter, or 4 tablespoons of butter, and 11 ounces of milk. This is just regular milk, and I'm going to pop this in the microwave for just a minute or two to warm it up so that we can speed this process up. Okay, I've warmed the milk to where it's a little bit warmer than room temperature. You don't want it to be too hot. I'm going to add 1½ teaspoon of salt, 1 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast, one and a half teaspoon vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 large egg yolk, and I'm going to give this a stir. Now I'm going to add 3 cups of bread flour. And we're just going to combine this together to form a soft dough. I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap. And I'm going to put it in the oven for about 2½ hours with just the oven light on. I'm going to use 1/3 cup sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And we'll sit it aside and wait for our dough to proof. Okay, as you can see, this has truly doubled in size. So I'm going to use this as sort of a dough hook, and I'm going to degas and stretch this. Just a little bit of flour on top. This will help it to let go of the sides of the bowl a little. Okay, I've taken some plastic wrap and laid down on my work surface so that when I'm done, the cleanup will be a lot easier. I'm just going to flour this surface here. and dump out my dough. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on top. We're not going to knead this, we're just going to do a couple of foldovers to incorporate a little bit of bread flour. Now I'm just going to roll this out. If you don't have a rolling pin, you could just pat this out with your hands. I'm just going to try to keep this in a rectangle. And you know, really for me, cooking is just one big fat guess about whether something's going to turn out or not. Then when it does, it's exciting. All right, that should be good there. I'm going to take some of this non-stick spray, which is just canola oil, and I'm going to give it a quick spray. This is just to make sure that my cinnamon and sugar mixture will adhere to the dough. Now what I'm going to do is just start this on one end and roll it. I keep this roll of thread in the kitchen just for making cinnamon rolls. I've cut off about an arm's length. I've got my round pan here that I've already sprayed with non-stick spray. What I'm going to do is just slide the string up under. And then pull together and it'll cut my cinnamon roll. And I'm just going to move it to the pan. Okay, I've got 9 in my pan, and I have one small piece of dough left over that's not going to fit. All right, I'm going to cover these with a cloth towel. and let them sit for about 30 minutes. Okay, here I've set aside 2 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to go ahead and make the icing for these cinnamon rolls. To this, I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. I'll start with 2. No, I'll start with 3. And then we'll add just a touch of vanilla. Maybe a half teaspoon. Okay, I've had these proofing for about 30 minutes, covered with a towel. So we've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to bake these about 30 minutes. Okay, these are ready. It took about 25 minutes, and I probably could have put them in a larger pan, but I know that it will make the edges softer if they're connected as they bake. I've got them dumped out onto this pan, and I'm going to drizzle some of the icing that I made over the top of them. We're going to go ahead and try these and see how they are. I like cinnamon rolls while they're still hot. And then we'll save some icing to add a little extra to each one as we serve it. Now, if you want these to cool before you serve them, that's fine too, but I just like to eat them while they're still nice and hot. Okay, let's give this a taste. It's really soft. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.